long before I became a candidate for president, I started to have misgivings about the direction of the abortion debate in this country. It's a very divisive debate, and we need to heal this country. And we need to look at a way to heal it that encompasses the heart of people who feel that there shouldn't be any abortions and the concerns of people who feel that, that women do have a constitutional right to make a choice. It's not easy to try to reconcile that, but it's something that I feel, and I felt a real commitment to try to do. And so that's why I said, we need to try to find a way, a third way, to bring people together, people of good will and good faith, to bring them together so we can make abortions less necessary, prenatal care, postnatal care, child care, a living wage, universal health care. These are all things that we need to do.
All right. Quick thoughts, summary thoughts, Jim, and then Paul.
I can just say this, I've been consistent in standing up for life in this country, and I think that's critical. It's critical. And you see the types of horrible things that are happening to children out there every day, and it all begins when we say you could just kill anything you want to because it's inconvenient. We've got to get responsibility for boys and girls. We've got to make boys responsible for their actions, and I think we need to change public policy on this quite a bit so that the folks who are impregnating people are the ones who have to start making choices and not just mothers.
All right, Mr. Conroy, final thoughts, last audience question. Go ahead.
Mr. Kucinich, I believe it should be divisive because we're talking about the life of a child. We're talking about a human life. I don't believe there should be any second-class citizens in the United States, especially not innocent babies. I believe we all have the same rights, and we are endowed by our Creator, and if you believe in God or not, your mother and father is your Creator, and you are endowed with the unalienable right to life.
All right, candidates, audience, thank you very much for the thoughtful and provocative questions. A final question I will offer for each candidate. Each will have a time limit of 2 minutes each. They will answer this question in the reverse order from the opening. So Mr. Conroy will go first. The 10th district is a very diverse and unique district. It includes parts of Cleveland, it includes inner ring suburbs, it includes wealthier outer ring suburbs. Every single mayor in that district has recently voted to support the concept of regionalism. Regionalism including revenue sharing, regionalism including land use planning. The congressman representing this district has a very unique possible role here in fostering and encouraging regionalism. If you were elected, what would you do to encourage and promote regionalism, which I think most people now agree is a significant measure to follow in attacking the region's problems? And is that would that be an appropriate addition to your job description? Start with Mr. Conroy.
Regionalism is a very hot topic in this district. I believe, though, that it should be left up to the local districts to figure that out. Is it best for you all to commune in a collective and pool all your money for these things? Or maybe it's better that we get back to individualism, we lower our income tax rates, we free up the economy and let things grow and let people choose which type of environment they like to live in. A city might be a little more conservative, like Strongsville, might be a little more liberal, like Lakewood. I like the diversity here. I'd like to keep the diversity, but I support whatever people want to do on their local level. That's their right. That's their voice. I don't believe in there's a federal reason for me to interfere in any of that. But I will voice my opinion if anybody would like to hear. Thank you.
All right, Congressman Kucinich, you referenced the event yesterday announcing the additional jobs at DFAS and offered that, as I think many of the office holders there did, as the positive byproduct of a lot of people working together. I mean, what can the congressperson do to foster the concept of regionalism?
Plenty, and let me tell you what I've done. In addition to DFAS and working with other members and working with the business community as well as with the federal employees, we've had great success. I've sponsored over the last 12 years a number of summits in my office which have brought people together from around northern Ohio for the purpose of talking about and creating new directions in transportation, in healthcare, in manufacturing, automotive, NASA, and more recently, trying to come up with a regional fix to deal with the flooding problems in the southeastern part of our district. So no one of us does everything all by ourselves. I mean, you have to have the ability to be able to work with people and to come from a position of strength when you do that. And so the experience that I've had, the ability to reach out and involve diverse groups, people who have differences of opinion, being able to bring people together and then create some synergy to take new directions, I think that's the model which will help Cleveland move forward so that we can create the jobs of the future as well as to secure the industries that we have right now. You know, this is an office that really doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the people of the 10th Congressional District. And as someone who is really their servant, I'm there to try to be a convener as well as to take the diverse arguments that we have and try to take them to Washington to take new policy directions. Thank you very much.
Jim Trakas, as Congressperson, what would you do to be proactive about regionalism?
Well, I'm already active in it. For the past year and a half, I've been on a survey by the regional mayors and managers group in Northeast Ohio, and I did the actual survey work and seen these regional successes. I will be a leader in this area because it's going to take cost out of government for elected officials. We spend billions of dollars in infrastructure costs for no reason. We've already got infrastructure in there. As a member of Congress, I want to help align the infrastructure of this region through the Department of Transportation, through the good offices that I would have, through the Department of Transportation, through the regional sewer districts and water districts, and work together because right now we're all overpaying for the services we have. We can take cost out of that, folks, and a congressman can lead in that area by bringing the federal government to the table and assuring that those types of things happen. When you bring jobs to this region, it shouldn't matter whether it happens in Cleveland or Lakewood or Independence or Brooklyn or anywhere else. The region should benefit from those jobs, and I think that the mayors and managers have a terrific idea as to how that can happen without destroying the integrity of these great communities that we all live in. We can deliver services to our people in a less costly manner, and by doing that, we will create jobs and we will create wealth. We will attract industry here, as they did in Minneapolis, St. Paul, where they do such a terrific job of this. Reduce costs, more jobs, less cost for people. That's a big winner. I want to be at the forefront of that change, not just in Washington, but right here. And finally, I think that the transit authorities that we have need more revenues. I can help to do that, and that helps this whole concept. I don't want to complain about what's going on in RTA. I want to do something about it.
Candidates, thank you very much. One of our thoughtful audience members just commended you all for not mentioning Joe the plumber. So.
Today at the City Club of Cleveland, we've been listening to a debate between Dennis Kucinich, Jim Trakas, and Paul Conroy, candidates for the U.S. Congress 10th District. Thank you very much, candidates. Thank you, Tom Barris, and thank you to ladies and gentlemen in the audience. The forum is now adjourned.
For information on upcoming speakers or for podcasts of the City Club, go to cityclub.org.